We buy so many books, but we don't read any book. I bought, like, literally you can see the books which I bought, but in this book I read zero. And there is a reason for that. Even if you are facing the same problem, let's solve this issue. Without wasting 1 second, let's get into the video. See, basically there are two reasons why we don't read these books. And the first reason is probably selecting the book itself. And the second reason is how we read the book. This is the main reason. I make many statements, but I have completed many books in this shelf. But the only thing is, I bought this book, I haven't even touched it. I have bought this book, I haven't even touched it. And there are so many books like this, and there are so many books which I read fully. So the only problem is, if you have a problem on making friends, you have to read this book. There is no doubt about it. But if you don't have any problem, just the reason like some other person recommended you to read this book, you don't have to buy it. And this is the biggest mistake which you do while you are buying books. So don't buy books just the reason like so many people recommended it, and don't even buy a book when I recommend you a book. I have seen many people telling about Think and Grow Rich, Psychology of Money. Of course, there are best books out there, but if you don't want that knowledge, you don't want to read that books, just buy a book when you have that problem. For suppose if you have a problem with the time management, read a book on time management. If you have a problem on focus or deep work, just read the deep work book. So only buy the books when you are very interested in or facing the problem. And in most of the cases, creators will promote the books just because that book has solved a specific problem for them. Just write down the problem and get the best book to solve that problem. That's a simple funda. When you do this, you have two advantages. First thing is you can directly implement the things which his author is saying. And the second reason is you can relate to the things which his author is saying about what is the best way of reading a book. See, personally, there is no scientific evidence for it, but I have been trying this method and this works like magic. I have read like nearly 20 to 30 books in just a matter of 1 year, and I can easily remember all the things which I have read, and this is the structure which I follow when I read many books. And the first thing is stop reading the entire book. See, there is a habit like I have to read the book from start to finish. No, you don't want to read in that way. You can open any page in the book and start reading from there. And also just go to the topics page and find the topic which you are very interested in. Because if you are not interested in any topics, then don't read that book. So only read the topics which you are very interested in. But if you are not enjoying any book, just stop reading that book and start reading another book. Because you don't want to force yourself to read the specific book. Personally, I love this personal MBA book. I just literally love this. So whenever I am feeling free, I'll just open this book and start reading from any page. You don't want to read the entire introduction, because that is where you will definitely lose the interest. So just open the topics page and find the topic which you are very interested in and go with the topic. And that's the best thing. And the question is, what is the best way of reading a book? For suppose if you have decided to read personal MBA, decide the amount of time which you want to spend. For suppose 30 minutes. In that 30 minutes, spend the first 3 minutes of your time to revise what you read yesterday. Okay. That will help you to revise the things and give the context on what you are reading right now. And for 27 minutes, start reading the book. Just keep all the distractions aside and start focusing on this book. And believe me, in first 3 minutes, you are not actually interested because you are not even build a rapport with this book right now. So for 27 minutes, you are just reading the book, whatever page you want, whatever topic you want, just start reading it. And in the last 3 minutes, just revise what you have read today. Highlight with different colors. Basically, I will highlight the PDF with 3 different colors: red, blue, yellow. Red indicates I have to take action, and sky blue indicates this is a different perspective, and yellow indicates the important statements. So try to highlight with different colors, which indicates different meaning for different color. And you might think whether I should read the book or a PDF. It's completely depends on you. If you love reading a book, you can start reading the book. But personally, I love to read PDFs because it was very flexible. I can read anywhere where I want. I can read it in my phone. I can read it in my laptop. I can read it in anywhere. But the only problem is when I read in books, I can feel the connection with the book, and that is the one thing. But PDFs can get the job done. So don't ever select the book just because some person has recommended you. I don't even recommend any book for you. If you have problem on something else, start reading that book. So it's very important to find the information which actually solves your problem and improve your life as a person. So that is very important. And also I will highly recommend you to write down all the things which you are reading. So basically I will write down all the things which I am reading in the book. So this helps me to revise all the things whenever I am free. It doesn't matter how many books you read. It only matters how much the knowledge which you implement in your life. So the best way is just identify the problem, find the best book which solves your problem. I personally had completed Atomic Habits, Finish What You Start, Dopamine Detox, Life Amazing Secret, and there are so many books I have completed. But I don't recommend them just because you have to read the books which solves your problem. If you have many problems with your life, just read Bhagavad Gita. This is the one thing which I recommend you. If you have any feedback or if you want to make any videos, just mention in the comments. I'll definitely try to make the videos as soon as possible. So that's all for this video. Until then, it's your Hemanth Krishna signing off. Bye.